Breaking news, Arsenal are interested in signing Xavi Simmons. Apparently he's on our list of targets to be a number 8, a left winger, right winger and a centre forward. He can play all those positions, so Arsenal really think he can be a valuable asset for the team. But before I get into any of that, if you're new here, please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button as well, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video again. So let's get into Xavi Simmons. He's 21 years old. He came through the Barcelona academy. It was clear to see that he had a lot of talent, but it just didn't seem like there was a pathway through for him at Barcelona. So he left the club and joined PSG's academy. And again, he wasn't really given the opportunity to show his talents. Everyone could know and see that there was a really good player in there, but he just needed a club to give him the opportunity to shine and show his talents. And that came at PSV, where he was absolutely incredible. And I think you guys remember when we played against PSV, the performance of Xavi Simmons, especially when we played them away from home, was absolutely incredible. He just looked like a player with so much quality, so much confidence, so much assurance in his own ability. He could run with the ball at pace. He had the tight control in tight spaces. It was just an absolute joy watching him, even as the opposition team. You could just look at this talent and see this is the kid at Barcelona that everyone was talking about. And his stats at PSV that season were absolutely incredible. We talk about an output demon. He is definitely that. In 34 games for PSV, he scored 19 goals and got 8 assists in the Eredivisie. In the Cup, he got 1 goal in 4 games, and Europa League, 1 goal, 1 assist in 7 matches. So you could see that this guy, along with the aesthetics, as long as the brilliant ball control and the skills, he can produce goals and assists. And that's the thing that I like about him. You want a player who can show that brilliant skill, but also know that the game is about goal scoring and the game is about assisting and creating chances. And Xavi Simmons definitely has the intelligence to do all the things you would want from a footballer. His impressive form got him a move back to PSG, where again he was then loaned out to RB Leipzig, and another really productive season. You know, he stayed in the Eredivisie. He's now got a bit of a step up to the Bundesliga, and his numbers again there were really good. 8 goals, 11 assists in 32 games in the Bundesliga, and 2 goals, 2 assists in 8 matches in the Champions League. And I remember watching his performance against Real Madrid in the Champions League for Leipzig. He was absolutely brilliant, and that's what you want. You want players that are fearless. The occasion doesn't get to them. They know and want to show their ability every single time they're on the ball, and we need that. We're a club now where we can't have players that are hiding, and Xavi Simmons is definitely not hiding. Anytime I watch him on the pitch, he wants the ball, he demands the ball, he wants to shoot from different angles, he creates angles to shoot, and it's just an absolute joy to watch. Sometimes it's hard to believe that he's only 21 years old, because we just associate him as a player that's been around for a very long time. But again, he was still young when we were seeing him on all these social medias, and the future is so bright for him. And there's no surprise that again this summer a lot of clubs want him. It just seems that PSG don't see a pathway for him. They seem to want to get rid of him, and that's just brilliant for clubs like Arsenal and other clubs that are sniffing around for him, because you can really pick up a top player here. And it seems as though a fee of around 45 to 50 million is being tooted for him, or the fact that he can only move next season, so it would have to be a loan with an option to buy, because PSG don't want PSV to get a huge sell-on, fee when they decide to actually sell Xavi Simmons. So there's a lot of loopholes for this deal, but I would definitely want to sign Xavi Simmons based purely off his abilities, low center of gravity. The areas and the pockets of play he picks up is just really nice, and he has that ball carrying ability too. He likes to receive the ball, drive with the ball. His head is always scanning the pitch, seeing if he can pass to the left, to the right, or he can spread a ball through the middle. It's just, intelligent players, and Xavi Simmons is certainly one. And of course, there's a lot of talk. What is his best position? For me, the 8 in our team, I think, would really suit him. For all his ability that I've talked about here, he has the ability going backwards too. He's really good defensively. He knows when to pick up spaces and when to go in for the press. He's really, really intelligent with that. And I feel like Mikel Arteta will be able to maximize him better in that centre mid area. He will be able to teach Xavi when to press, when to sit off, when to mark space. And you can really develop him into an all-round number 8. And then you've got Declan Rice behind him, and you can see a relationship really forming with them. And it would be such an exciting midfield. Odegaard, Simmons and Declan Rice. Energy, skill, you know, intelligence, all built into those 3 players. And it will be really hard for teams coming up against us if we had Xavi Simmons. There is also the option of playing him on the left wing. We've talked about Martinelli probably not having his best season. I think he would be the first to admit that. So having Xavi Simmons as an option on that left wing would be absolutely incredible. His ball striking is something else. The power he gets on his shots, the direction in his shots, it's really consistent, and you can really see him scoring goals from cutting in and then also going to the byline, because his left foot, his weak foot is really, really good and it's impressive. You want a player that can go either direction, fearless. Xavi Simmons is certainly that sort of player. And then, of course, there's the option to have him on the right wing. Bukayo Saka, we've talked about getting a backup for him. But if you get Xavi Simmons, you have a player who can also deputise for Saka. He's really effective on that right wing. He loves the ball to his feet. He can drive at defenders just like Saka. And he really confuses his opposition fullback, because would you say he is the quickest player in the world? No, but he's really nifty with the ball. He knows when to manipulate the ball and get past his opponents really, really well. And then, of course, there's the option of playing him centre forward. And this is what I mean. His versatility is a dream for Arteta. And I think based off that, I'm not surprised we're interested in him. Somebody that can play across the front line, he can play in midfield. It's just an absolute joy for a manager like Arteta. We look at Manchester City, they've got the versatility in Bernardo Silva. He can play on the left wing, he can play false 9 at times as well, he can play right wing, he can play 8. We need our version of Bernardo Silva, the workman, the player with such quality that they can fit in anywhere on the pitch when you need them. And although we talk about, you know, having players to come in and play one position, it's equally important having someone that can play everywhere. In crisis, in injury, you can count on this guy to play. And for me, Xavi Simmons just ticks every single box in terms of price, in terms of skill, in terms of attitude as well. That's another thing. He's always willing to learn. You know, I talked about in the video yesterday, Arteta wants players who have the ability and the skill, but they also want to learn and improve. He wants players with good attitudes. And this is how you take a club to the next level. You get in players with the same mentality of continuous improvement. And the only way you're going to catch a team like Manchester City is by having players that want to catch them, want to improve, don't mind if sometimes they have to, you know, be left out the squad for certain matches. You know, there's that sort of thing, and this is the beautiful culture that Arteta is building. And players like Xavi Simmons, for that 45 to 50 million fee or whatever PSG want, would be perfect for us. Anyway, Gunners, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. What's your thoughts on Xavi Simmons? Is he what we need? For me, definitely would be a lovely signing. Until next time, peace.